Establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Left side Brunson. The three is up. Knocks down the triple.
Yeah, you got to guard Brunson tighter than that. He's a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
Smith left side. Hey, from long range. Knocks down the long J.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Smith. After the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Batum. Now here's Trent. 6 on the shot clock. Off target with the three.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And yep, it's good.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Now here's Smith. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Bay outside. From deep. Okongwu with the rebound. New York leading by 5. And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right? From Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me.
Who told me that one key will be holding James Harden in check. He said they don't want to let Harden get too much penetration, and when he does drive the lane, they're going to shade him left and force him into his weaker right hand. It's a strategy teams have used on Harden before, so we'll see how effective it is tonight.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Now at the line, Dennis Smith.
Smith hits them both. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973, so as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
Okongwu with the bucket.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Smith no good. Here's New York. They're on a 16-7 run. And here's Green from the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Green's got 7.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game. They swipe it. And here's Green from the arc. And the Knicks, another 3.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Smith outside. Blocked!
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
Brunson with it, and it's Trent picking him up. Outside, Green. Five to shoot. And there's the call on Dennis Smith. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Brunson. No one near him. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Brunson's gotten his second bucket.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
That's a pretty gritty play there by Dennis Smith Jr.
Now here's Harden. Still without a bucket. Outside for Green. Shoots over Bay. And it's Green missing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Next foul.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
First personal foul.
The first one falls.
Now at the line.
Smith hits them both. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Harden. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter here. Green for 3, and it's Miami with a rebound. 3 seconds left. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for New York. Scoring, passing, imposing his will at the offensive end. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Knicks?
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Here's Smith. The layup off target.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
And you look at Matas Muzelas, size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Trent's shot is off.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Batum. They get it back. Here's Capella. From behind the arc. Batum gets the bucket. Batum's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Batum getting the ball and just really relaxing on that, Jay.
On the wing, Green. He's got 10 to the paint. Hey, rejected by Capella. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Smith. Batum, right side. Back to Smith. Trent outside. Pass to Smith. There's the double with Okongwu. 4 on the clock. Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
And Clint Capella having a little bit of fun out there with that dunk.
On the wing, Green. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Can't connect from short range. Heat trail by 13. Trent with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Trent's shot is off.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And there's the call on Sadiq Bey. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
Pass to Buzelis. Beyond the arc.
Capella out there defensively, battling and trying to make an impact on that end of the floor.
Oh, deflected. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Batum outside. Again, the Heat misses.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Brunson outside. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. And it's the Heat with the ball. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. And that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Here's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella!
And that's where you want to feed Clint Capella, deep down on the interior part of the paint. Let him power it through.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Smith got 8. New York leading by 9. Porter in the post. Robinson on the wing. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
And Capella slams it down.
Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
Screen by Robinson. Down low. Hey, rejected by Capella. Heat trail by 9. Smith outside. Poke loose. Robinson with a steal. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. That's good from Porter. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau? Lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Offense.
Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. It feels like Mitchell Robinson doesn't even have to jump sometimes to dunk, but man, a little showmanship from the big fella.
And early on, he was drawing a lot of contact and getting to the stripe, but that hasn't been the story here in the second quarter.
He's had 4 chances at the line. He's made them all. Smith hits them both. And so Porter will bring it up for New York. 17 points was their biggest margin. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Goes back up. The rebound by Post.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And so it's the New York Knicks ending the quarter up 10. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Knicks leading by 10. Here's Brunson. Outside for Green. Okongwu with the bucket.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
And Miami has possession. Pass to Post. Bay outside. Here's Batum. Trent for 3. It's stolen by Okongwu. Brunson with it. Guarded by Batum. Harden from outside. Rebound Miami.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to post. Trent on the wing. Inside. It's stolen by Okongwu. Fast break, New York. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
Here's Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. A chance here to catch up with Alley from the sideline.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Alley. Okongwu, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to post. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Bay. And it's Green missing.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's post. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. Post has gotten a second bucket on the night.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Green to the rack. Rebound Miami. Pass to Trent. This one for three. That shot is off.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Harden. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Gary Trent.
In the history of the game, James Harden gets to the line as well as anyone we've ever seen.
And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Well, we all know he's a good scorer, but Green also facilitates very well.
And it's Smith penetrating. Batum. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Batum pulls it in. Heat trail by 14. And stolen by Green. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Brunson misses. The Heat on offense. Here's Batum. And again, no good by Miami.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Oh, excellent work in transition. Pushing the ball up the floor like that helps you find easier shots.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. For the Knicks.
Substitution on the court.
Knicks leading by 12. Out to the right wing. Outside Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Yeah, check out the ups on Porter. Leaping off the floor and playing over the defense.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Over to the wing. The three from Banchero. And it's New York with a rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Looking ahead, they've got the Warriors coming to town for their next game. And that's a one-game homestand for the club.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Heat trail by 17. Pass to post. And here's Batum. The three ball. Porter pulls it in. 1:10 left in the third. Now here's Robinson. And Smith over to help. Outside for Porter. Shot clock at 3.
Kevin Porter
And again, New York with the triple.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Pass to post. Trent for 3. Buries it from 3. Trent's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Had a feeling when that last shot went in, Trent Jr. was ready to respond.
Now Robinson. The rebound by Post. Trent from long range. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Pass to Post. The 17-footer. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome.
The Knicks, 51.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Heat trail by 17. DiVincenzo on the wing. Fires for 3. That shot missing. Here's Green.
Oh, man!
Oh!
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
Hunter, good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Knicks leading by 16. Here's Green.
Oh,
I mean, something else, man. Wow.
And make it happen.
Talk about using that speed. Green to the rim with ease.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And here's Hunter from the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Green.
Jalen Green.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Jalen Brunson.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
Pass to Banchero. Right side Hunter. 3-pointer. Drops in the 3.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Dennis Smith Jr. Third personal
Smooth
foul.
sailing for New York.
First team foul.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Fourth personal foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Substitutions for your
Pass to Green.
Nicholas Batum.
Hunter with the rebound.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
Hunter on the wing. Lets it go from deep. The Knicks with the rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Gary Trent Jr. Second personal foul. Third team foul. Now Now in the game, number 5. Paulo.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Green. Oh, he misses the dunk. Heat trail by 17. To the inside. Stolen by Harden. And that one's good. Green. Green's got 20 points. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
And Carroll from close range.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Carroll bangs his way in.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final. Oh, over the top. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Amazing. Man. Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? The kick to Hunter. The three. Rebounded by Green. And it's Green with the ball for the Knicks. 17-point game. On the wing, Green. Drives to the hoop.
And this is why Green's guys encourage him to attack, because it puts the defenses in compromising situations.
He's off on the first. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
Gets the three ball to go.
What I like about that is Hunter did not rush the shot.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Okongwu. The three. Pure from three-point range. And the Knicks lead by 18. Hunter on the wing. Puts up a three. Okongwu with the rebound. 1:52 left in the fourth. Here's Buzelis. Outside, Green. The kick out to Brunson. And it's all from three-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul of the game.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Knicks.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And this victory will put them at 36 wins on the year.
And with this victory, they have an edge in the season series at 2-1, with one more game to follow against this team.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Green.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
But Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
DeAndre Hunter. First personal foul. Penalty.
Free throw good. Green.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
46 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to post. Here's Banchero. It's rebounded by New York. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Porter with it. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. The dive for the ball. There's the steal. And so New York takes this one by a big margin to walk into enemy territory.